It is 1990. On the shore of a small Soviet lake, instruments read 600 roentgens per hour, enough to kill in 60 minutes. The Soviet Union built its plutonium in the South Urals at a secret town called Ozyorsk, on the books only as Chelyabinsk, 40. The plant was named Mayak, the lighthouse. Mayak made the cores for the first Soviet bombs in 1949. Next to the facility sat a small natural lake called Karachay. It covered about half a square kilometer of shallow steppe water, ordinary. In 1951, the engineers at Mayak began using it for something else. They pumped the highest grade liquid waste from the plutonium separation tanks directly into the open water. Concentrated fission products, strontium and cesium, decades of half-life. The first dumps started in 1951 and never really stopped. In 1957, a separate accident at Mayak, the Kishtim disaster, blew an underground tank of nitrate waste across the surrounding countryside, but Karachay just kept absorbing. By the mid-1960s, the lake was the single most radioactive open water on the planet. Its level rose and fell with each season, leaving a sun-dried ring of contaminated mud around the shore. The water itself looked ordinary. The danger could not be seen, only counted. The bed beneath the water accumulated more cesium and strontium per square meter than anywhere else on Earth. Then, in 1968, a hard drought struck the region. The lake's water level dropped, and the contaminated lake bed dried out into a fine dust. A spring wind picked the dust up and carried it for tens of kilometers across the steppe. The Soviet authorities did not warn anyone. Around 500,000 people lived downwind in the Chelyabinsk Valley, and the airborne fallout dusted them on their way to work. The villages of Muslyumovo and Tatarskaya Karabolka on the Teka River, already poisoned by decades of upstream liquid releases, took another layer. By 1990, the shoreline radiation was measured at around 600 roentgens per hour. Standing on that bank for 1 hour would deliver an absorbed dose lethal to a healthy adult within weeks. There were no fences, no signs in any language, no record that the visitor had ever been there. When the Soviet Union fell, Mayak's secrets started leaking out. Russian scientists confirmed Karachay had become an open-air sarcophagus, more than 100 million curies of fission product baked into a half-square-kilometer pond. Engineers began filling it. From 1978 onward, they dropped hollow concrete blocks, then layers of rock, then more concrete, working slowly so the bed would not spit waste back up. Cancer mortality in the surrounding villages tracked far above the Russian average for decades. The last visible patch of water disappeared under the cover in November 2015. The Mayak plant kept operating. It still does today, on the same shore, processing spent fuel from the same atomic state that buried the lake. In the old Turkic tongue, Karachay means black water. The Soviet engineers found a way to make it worse, then poured concrete on top to forget.